Welcome back to another edition of Identifying Snakes on Facebook. The concept is simple. We scroll through a Facebook group where people post photos of snakes for identification, and I'll kind of go through my process of identifying those snakes. And hopefully, you can pick up bits and pieces that will help you on your journey as you continue to learn how to identify snakes. And of course, the group is Snake Identification Group. And the link for that group will be down in the video description. So, without further ado, let's jump into today's session. Central Florida, in the flower bed this morning. Rat snake or black racer? Well, let's zoom in and see what we have here. This snake is eating a slug. That's the first thing we can notice here. The snake has kind of a brownish, grayish color scheme. It has some darker markings going down the back with a lighter stripe in the middle of the back. When we zoom in on the face of the snake, the head, we can see a wide, light-colored collar. And then when we take into consideration the location of Central Florida, when we put all these things together, the appearance of the snake, including the behavior of eating a slug, that white band at the back of the head, this is a Florida brown snake, Stararia victa, closely related to the DeKay's brown snake, and at one time was considered a subspecies of the DeKay's brown snake. Non-venomous snakes, they don't get much bigger than 12 inches as adults, and they eat plenty of slugs and snails. So this is a great snake to have in your garden to keep some of these garden pests under control. Florida brown snake. This little fellow was so cold he kept hiding his face from me. He just wanted to get underground. What's the ID? St. Clair County, Alabama. Smooth, glossy scales. Overall, the snake has a very glossy appearance. Looks like a very small snake with kind of this darker grayish coloration on top. And then we can see a little hint of pink showing from underneath there. So there's some pink coloration at the belly. The snake does have a very small, blunt-shaped head. So smooth scales, glossy appearance, dark on top, pinkish at the sides. This is a worm snake, non-venomous worm snake. Now we'll jump on over to WSCD, the education-based snake group. Would someone please help identify this snake? I saw it in July 2024 near Kellogg, Minnesota. Looks to be a decent-sized snake. Dark markings on a lighter background. Some blotches at the side. And some saddle markings down the back. The head has a large nose scale, rostral scale. Very defined. And then these stripes on the lip scales, called the labial scales. Bold striping on the scales there. So with that unique nose or rostral scale, the facial markings, and then the patterning, including location, when we put all of those together, this is a bull snake, a non-venomous bull snake. Bull snakes are powerful constrictors. They eat plenty of rodents, but they also eat birds, bird eggs, and the occasional lizard. Well, that's it for today, folks. There isn't many photos being posted lately for identification. We're in the slow time of the year. We're into December, and in most of the Northeast and the Midwest and the more northern areas of the country, snakes are now down They're now in their chambers, they're in their burrows, they're in their overwintering locations, their dens, if you will. So I'll leave you today with a awesome shot of a corn snake from North Carolina. Brett Nature Wildlife Images, go check that page out. But this corn snake is stacked. It's raised up defensively. It's stacking, as we call it in the herp world. And it's bluffing. It's giving the appearance of it being larger and more threatening than it actually is. And the whole idea is to get you to back away. To a snake, you are a giant predator. The snake is fearful for its life, that's acting upon instinct to put on this display. So hey, I hope you learned something. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, give it a thumbs up, post a comment, share it, help me spread education. And I love teaching people about snakes. So again, thanks for watching. Please join us on Facebook. Find the links to these groups down below. Thanks again. See you next time.